loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set, check, right 54, check, 10.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
First down, Bears.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, defense.
On second down now, it's Alexander. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 35.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Let's go, 18 Gator. 54. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On third down, Moss. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. the best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, hut. Let's go. I got it. I got you. I got you, son. I got you.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Henry. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check back, check back.
Going on the ground with Homer. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. By them stopping me on one run, this drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2nd and 9 now. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Got it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Ready. 18 Gator.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And the Bears first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
64.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
54 Mike. I got you, boy. I got you. Hey, exit. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, Alexander. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, 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 kill.
On second down, here's Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Keep it up, guys.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line, 15 line. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
You can't block me.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Bridgewater on first down. Well, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Dante Hightower on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch the run. They're running it. Slam, slam.
Pilot, 64, weak.
2nd and 5. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready, ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Hey, 50 the money.
They'll set up a throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action now. Bridgewater. And caught by Henry. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We want it. Come to my
Again, it's Henry. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
We ain't begin.
Bridgewater with a keeper. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bears take over. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the third at MetLife Stadium. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Let's get it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
High 7.
2nd and 14. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards.
First down, Bears.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Again, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Get it.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now a play fake here on first down. being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set, hut. Let's get. Let's go one more.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. This is Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Bears 1st down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
94.
Watch 54. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
At the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. Right there. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 44-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hey, wahoo!
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Topper!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch the slant.
A give to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move.